let's talk about Ned Leeds as the Hobgoblin and a little bit on how I think he could possibly become the Hobgoblin in the MCU. So Ned Leeds made his first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 18 in November 1964, I believe, and he was a reporter for the Daily Bugle, friends with Peter Parker and married to Betty Brant. He was framed by Roderick Kingsley as being the Hobgoblin when Roderick had won their mantle, but Roderick went even further than that and actually brainwashed Ned into becoming the Hobgoblin, and he would be the third person behind the Hobgoblin mantle. So Ned will go on as the Hobgoblin for a while and seek to kind of take down the Kingpin and have run-ins with Spiderman. And this whole brainwashing thing caused a lot of friction between his personal relationships with Peter Parker and with Betty Brant, forcing Betty Brant to leave and basically pushing her into the arms of Flash Thompson. Anywho. So yeah, Ned eventually then was murdered before he could reveal who the real Hobgoblin. So he does have a very short history as the Hobgoblin, not nearly as much as Roderick Kingsley would have, but he was a Hobgoblin nonetheless, and we know Marvel like adapting comic storylines into the MCU. So how do I think Ned could become the Hobgoblin in the MCU? A couple of ways. They could go the brainwashing route. How would they do brainwashing, you may ask? The multiverse is about to be cracked open. You would have to believe there is a Mysterio that was in one of the other universe who does actually have powers. And he could easily brainwash Ned into becoming the Hobgoblin and get him tangled in this web, pun intended. Or, hear me out here, so we see this falling scene with MJ and we see Ned hanging off the pole. What if Pete dives to save MJ, or whoever dives to save MJ while the other Spider-Men are fighting the rest? As he catches MJ, Ned falls and he's left with a choice. He's nowhere to put MJ down and Ned is just falling, so he's helpless. He could either shoot a web, try to catch him, break his neck, but then that'd be him dead. Or Ned could fall, but we don't actually see him hit the ground, which causes him to get a bit mangled and look like this fan art here, which is amazing, and grow a hatred towards Peter and Spider-Man. So I'd love to see that one. I'd love to see him actually fall, but we don't see him hit the ground. We just see him fall, and this causes him to get disfigured, and maybe we see him return in the post-credits to Spider-Man 4, or maybe even Spider-Man 5. So yeah, what do you think? How do you think Ned will become Hobgoblin? Or do you think he'll become Hobgoblin at all? Especially, it's very strange they could go with the Ned route when he has the shortest history of almost all of them with the Hobgoblin mantle. Let me know what character you'd like to know next, and let me know what theories you would like to hear.